bros meet again. The kickflip one, it seemed to have helped a lot of people out. I looked through all the comments. A lot of people were asking for tray flip, and today I'm gonna make that video for you. Just my thoughts on tray flips, how I do them the way I do them. And as you guys know, I do that trick a lot. So I'm gonna get into that, how I learned it, kind of what I've learned about it, how I apply it to different situations in my skating. Hopefully how it can help you get a better tray flip, down, up, on quarter pipes, just a better all around tray flip. So I'm gonna get into that, get into the story about how I kind of learned it. A lot of people debate this, and personally, I don't flick my front foot. I don't really know how you can flick your front foot and still do this trick. I know some people do, but I personally don't, so I'm not gonna be teaching you how to flick tray flips. I'm gonna teach you the way that my brother taught me years ago. My brother taught me a lot of shit that I still do today. Also, if you were looking for how to do it, you know, that stanky leg, the leg, back leg out bullshit, if you were looking for that trick tip, this ain't the video. I used to do that years ago. I just found that it messed my tray flip up a bunch. Like anytime I try to carry it for distance, it would always hit my foot and kind of fall off. I like to keep it classic, the East Coast, tray flip, catch with damn near both feet. Try to keep it clean and just keep it completely consistent as much as I can. I'm gonna teach you that type of tray flip. Sorry for those who want the, you know, the steez tray flip. I'll do one just to show you. I'm not gonna teach you how to do it because in my opinion, it's not even worth it. So I'm doing a voiceover because the audio got a little messed up on this clip. Basically what I'm saying here is you put your back foot in this pocket right here, put your front foot anywhere from here to here, and you don't flick, but what it really does is when you set up wider, it makes the board flip slower. If you set up somewhere in the middle, it makes it flip a little faster. And when you have it in the middle, it kind of can work for a number of different things. You can either do like a tray flip to fakie on a quarter pipe, or you can do it into a grind trick down a hubba or off of a bump. Some people set up super close together. Felipe Gustavo is a good example. Gustavo Rivera is also a good example. They both set up like this because they can flip their boards super fast and get into grind tricks, and that's kind of their specialty. It's not really something that I would do, but I figured I'd just mention it to let you know why someone would set up in this position. I'd set up somewhere around here. My back foot would be right here. My front foot would be closer to the bolt. I tilt my foot up a little bit and I push down with my two toes wrapped around the edge of the board. Push down, scoop the board, flip it, wait for it, have your front foot catch it, and then shortly after your back foot's gonna follow. That's really it. Now there's a couple different tray flips you can do. Really fast ones, like how someone like Felipe Gustavo would do. There's a slower one like Josh Kalis, kind of catch and carry sort of tray flip. There's a bunch of different ones you can do. Each tray flip, in my opinion, kind of has their own right in certain places for certain things. A tray flip like Felipe's is going to be good if you're tray flipping into stuff, like into grinds or even tray flipping up stuff. But a tray flip like Kalis's is going to be good if you're going down stuff or, you know, bump over something, or just all around just a stylish, good, old school tray flip. But when my brother was teaching me this trick when I was probably like 9 years old, my brother taught me how to do this trick in a very certain way. So the way he taught me how to do it was he took his shoe off, he showed me his back foot and showed me how his toes would curl around the edge of his board on his tail, and he would do it with one shoe on, and it would show me exactly what his back foot was doing. And when I was learning it, 9 years old, so I was like a pretty small kid, I learned it off of a bump. Friends Taylor and Christian had this little kicker ramp in their driveway. Me and my late friend Kyle Miller were both trying it at the same time. Long story short, when I was a little kid, I learned this off a kicker ramp. So if you're like a younger person, or maybe you're just a little shorter, I would advise you to just try it off of something with a bump, just to give yourself a little extra time, because this trick, unlike a kickflip, takes a little time to develop. Having height on your side is gonna like obviously help, like height as in, you know, either being taller or having the height of the trick because you're going off of a bump, or you can pop it eye. That's gonna help you a lot. I still do the scoop thing with my toes, but if you pop from a little closer in your tail, like I'm not saying like pop from directly in the center of your tail, like still the pocket but on top of the board, that gives you lift. You're still gonna scoop it too, but it's gonna slow down your pop, and it's also gonna make your pop go up to you a little more. So there's definitely a sweet spot to doing tray flips on quarter pipes. It's kind of in the middle. If you can tell, like I wasn't going over the coping, which unless it's super, super mellow, I find it really hard to like pop higher up. Somewhere kind of in the middle is like where I would pop. And it's the exact same thing as the kickflip. You would kind of lean back into it a little bit, which makes it even more awkward than a kickflip. With the tray flip having to scoot backwards, you just feel like you're gonna fall back. So I'll admit that one's like, it's a little tricky to figure out, but once you do, it's pretty mellow. You kind of start feeling all of them coming to your feet, and it's just a matter of committing to the one that you actually like. So the same thing applies to this trick down stuff as I was saying in the kickflip video. You want to catch it somewhere in the middle. This one, you maybe don't want to catch it on the way up because it has an opportunity to kind of shift around. This trick is a lot different than the kickflip where you have a 360 shove happening. You're only catching it with one foot and you're catching something that's spinning sideways instead of just flipping. And when you have that, sometimes it catches your foot, and like you can see on a couple slow-mos, like I'll catch it and in full motion it looks solid, but when you slow things down you see that like you catch it and it still kind of moves a little bit. This is one that you want to try to catch halfway, let gravity take it, and just be very like mindful of how fast or how slow you have to flip it going down. So I like to catch it kind of slower so that I can just float down it. It's a lot easier to just see what's happening right in front of me and judge the distance based on how fast I spin it. Similar thing to my kickflips, same aiming for the catch instead of aiming for a land, because once you have a good catch, you can kind of do whatever you want. I still aim for that good catch, and it just matters about when I catch it on the way down and how fast it flips. So my advice to anyone working on this trick who maybe has it, but they want to be able to like have it and have a little more confidence going down something, work on catching it and kicking it out and like getting a solid catch, and work towards just getting consistent catches, because then once you know that the board's going to be there, you'll have a lot more confidence to actually try to put it down. I'm in the whip right now doing the outro because the park started to get a little crowded and I just felt like an asshole with the tripod doing YouTube style shit in there. I just brought it to the car just to say peace to y'all. I got a couple for you. Got some on flatground, got some going up stuff, got some going down stuff. The main things to take away from this video are the back foot, curl the toe, front foot. You can kind of move it into different places, whether it's in the middle of the board, right under the kickflip mark, or at the kickflip mark, or even really close. That kind of varies just how fast you spin the board and flip the board, depending on like how far the board has to travel. So obviously, spin it slower going down stuff, spin it faster going up stuff. That's really it. You know, the quarter pipe's kind of a thing of its own, but other than that, it's really how I do the Treflip. Hit me on Instagram, hit me in the comments, let me know how the Treflips are going for you. Stoked to make videos like this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, peace.